Looking back at the time that I spent in Fulshear, I can honestly say that I am grateful for every moment. And if you talk to any of the staff that was there while I was there at Fulshear, they'll have a lot to tell you about how probably the first 2 months I was anything but grateful for my time there. One memory that really stands out that has stood with me for till now and will probably stand with me forever is Fulshear has this thing where they include the clients in their own treatment plan, which is something that in the beginning I did not understand why somebody would want to be part of it. It's like, just make the decisions for me. I'll just do what you want me to do so I can go home. With time, I came to realize that that was the best decision that could have happened. I got to be involved in my treatment, my goals, decisions happened for me. The first few treatment teams, I opted to not attend. And then at another point, I was told that it's not really an option. I just have to be in the room and then we can go from there. So the first meeting I attended, would walk in, they would say, okay, you could take a seat. And I would say, no, thank you. I'm more comfortable standing. I would stand, use monosyllables, kind of participate the minimum that I had to, even that's like kind of pushing it. And then I would leave. And that happened the second week and the third week. And then about like the fourth week, I got into treatment team and they're like, as usual, they're like, okay, you can take a seat. And I was like, no, thank you. And the next thing I know, everybody in the room just got up and they're standing. And I'm like, are you leaving? Like, do I not have to do this? And they're like, no, we have come to the decision that if you're more comfortable with standing, then we will stand with you. And the entire treatment team stood during the entire treatment team meeting with me because I refused to sit down. And that to me, like, that was my point where I was like, okay, like, everybody here is in this with me. They're here for me. They're here for my benefit. Like, we got this. It became we instead of me just doing what you want me to do so that I can go home. My entire time of Fulshear, the staff demonstrated that over and over again. I was involved in decisions. No decision was made for me. I was called and I said, okay, this was discussed. How do you feel about this? I learned how to apply for a job. I mean, up until then, I came from a community where applying for a job like wasn't a thing. You knew somebody who knew somebody, you went for an interview, you got the job, and that was about it. I learned how to like write a resume, send it to people, go on interviews, whether it was 1 or 2 or 3, interview again and again. And I got the experience jobs that I never even thought. Like, I was a waitress for a while. Is it something that I would choose to be my career path? No, but it was an amazing experience. I got to learn how to deal with people. I got to learn how to deal with managers or coworkers that weren't on my wavelength or said stuff that I didn't agree with. And then I was able to come back and speak to my treatment team about it, or speak to my therapist about it, or bring it up in group and get feedback, which normally I would never have these experiences. Looking back, the year that I spent in Fulshear saved my life and changed my life in every which way.